my aunt. I started to say, but my voice trailed off. I had no idea how much he'd seen, but the grin on his face said a lot. You killed her flower. You're deader than a bloodsucker, Bender said, chuckling like this was so damn funny. My ears were on fire. Shut up! I can fix it. What had my aunt said? Fairies are natural botanists? I was a fairy, wasn't I? I could reattach the damn stem, and nobody would suspect a thing. I dropped to my knees again, and I called on my magic. Bright, orange, and wild, it filled me from head to toe as if it had been waiting a lifetime to be used when I'd used it just an hour ago. You can't undo damage like this, Wayne, Bender said as he squatted next to me and watched me send waves of magic to the flower. Sure I can. I've got magic, remember? He'd seen it all too clearly the night we'd fought against the 6 hedge witches and their army of vampires. I preferred he hadn't, but without my magic, we would have both ended up dead. Besides, I trusted Eli Bender. He was a good witch. He had to be. Or I was screwed. Even your magic can't bring dead things back to life, Bender said. The tips of my fingers went numb when my brain realized, you know what? That guy is right. She's going to kill me, I whispered, shaking my head. That garden was my aunt's life, even though she was a bone witch, not a drop of green magic in her. And I'll be here to witness it, unfortunately, Bender said. I didn't even have it in me to shout at him. Instead, I fell on my ass on the concrete of the pathway, extra careful where I put my legs. If I broke another one of her plants, I could run away to another planet, and Amelia would still find me. It was an accident. It really was. My beads had done it, not me. Except she'd specifically told me a few days ago to not train my beads in her garden. Ah, hell. She's not going to fall for it, Bender said. Unless I tell her that I did it. That put a bright smile on my face and filled my chest with hope. You'd do that for me? Holy spell, I was saved. Amelia would be mad at Bender, probably kick him out of her house, but who cared? They weren't family, and eventually she would have to get over it. With me, I'd never see the end of it. Of course I would, Wayne. Come on. He narrowed his brows like I'd insulted him. I was going to hug the heck out of him until he couldn't breathe, but then he spoke again. In return for a favor, of course. With a roll of my eyes, I stood up and went back to the cherry tree. The sun was killing my eyes. Bender followed me. In the past few months, we'd grown really close. I wouldn't call us best friends, but we were good friends, at least. We saw each other at least once a week, and almost every time I came to visit Amelia on Sundays, he made sure I went back to my office drunk as hell. In the few bars Bloomsburg had, they all knew Bender, and though it was still very hard for people to hold back insults whenever they spotted me, they managed to keep their mouths shut because of him. It's why I preferred to get drunk there instead of in Manhattan. I'm not coming to work with you, Bender, I said, for what must have been the 50th time. After that awful night in Staten Island and the fight against the hedge witches, the coven got back together, just like they said they would. It took them months before the Bone families even began to address the leaders properly, and it was going to take twice as long for them to get back the respect. But a lot of families who had moved out of Bloomsburg before were now returning. There was somebody walking down the street at every hour of the day. Even the air smelled different. In the new system, both the leaders and the ECU had officially appointed